Hey guys, Pankaj here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we are going to have another hackering series problem. So in this video, we are going to take another problem which is based on regular expression. So those who have not watched regular expression video, or those who doesn't have any idea about what is regex, please go ahead and watch the video, then come back to this problem. Okay, then only you will be able to understand what I'm going to do. And I'm going to talk about something new concept also in regular expression to solve that particular problem. So let's see. I'll share my desktop now. Okay, so let's open HackerRank. So as usual, we'll go to Python section and we'll take regex. So in this, we have one very interesting problem called finding the right username or alien username. Okay, so let me search where it is. Regex. Yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead with the problem, then I'll understand. I'll tell you guys like what is the best part of this particular problem. Okay, so in a galaxy far, far away on a planet different from ours, each computer username uses the following format. It must begin with the either an underscore, that is ASCII value 95, or a period, that is dot. Okay, ASCII value of period is 46. The first character. So guys, these conditions they have mentioned, accordingly we have to form the pattern. Okay, this is very important to understand these particular instructions. The second instruction says the first character must be immediately followed by one or more digits on the in the range 0 to 9. Okay, after some number of digits there must be 0 or more English letter. Understand this problem. It is not like 0 letter, they are telling 0 or more occurrences of English letters. Okay, this is very important part. In fact, when I was reading it first time, I misunderstood this. I took as 0 as a number letter. Okay, it is not number letter. It is a number of occurrences of English letter, that is uppercase or lowercase. Now the fourth instruction says it may be terminated with an optional underscore. Okay, note that it is telling may be, means it may be there, it may not be there. So remember that we will have question mark for this. Okay, so note that if it is not terminated with an underscore, then there should be no character after the sequence of 0 or more English letter. And this is one of the best part of this particular problem. You may be able to solve up to 1 to 3, from 1 to 3, but fourth one definitely you are going to get stuck if you don't know the concept of positive look ahead, negative look ahead, or positive look behind, negative look behind. Okay, so that is what we are going to learn today. Now, what is the next? So given any string, determine which one are valid username. So if alien username followed this condition, means that alien username is valid, otherwise invalid. That is what we are going to print. Okay, so what is input format? The first line contains a single integer n denoting the number of usernames. Each line I of the n subsequent line contains a string denoting an alien username. Okay, so username can go from 1 to 100. What is the output format? Iterate through each of the n strings in order and determine whether or not each string is a valid alien username. If a username is valid, then print valid, otherwise print invalid. Okay, so this is a sample input. So they have given 3, that is number 3 means 3 username will be provided. You need to iterate over each username and find out whether it is a valid username or valid alien username or not. Okay, this is a sample output. This is the way you should print the output, that is valid, invalid, invalid. Okay, so they have given the explanation, so don't worry, I'm going to explain it here. Okay, so first thing is sample input. So what is input? Number of test case or number of username. So I'll take n equal to int input. Okay, and username I'll take shortcut, that is un, or the variable name is un, that is stands for username, and I'll make a list of it. Okay, now iterate over those number of input, that is n, in range n. Okay, and un dot append, I'll keep appending that username because n number they have given, right? So there could be 5 or 10 also, or maybe 100, up to 100. So get the username and keep appending to list of username. Okay, so let's see whether it is printing or not. Un. Okay, so we are getting all the username in the form of list. Okay, and this is what is the sampling part. Okay guys, now here the fun part. So we have to write the condition which will follow all these 1 to 4 conditions, and it must be satisfying those conditions. Then only username will be a valid username or it will be invalid username. Okay, so since we are going to write a regular expression pattern, I'm going to insert RE. Okay, after RE, let's write the pattern. So we have to iterate over each username, right? So for user in username, now let's create a search object because we are going to search, right? Equal to re dot se search, and here we'll write the pattern, and that pattern should be matching with user. Okay, and if it is matching, it is going to generate search object, right? So this I have already talked in the expression video. So if so means is if pattern is formed, then print valid. Let's prepare the structure, then we'll work on the regular expression part. Else print invalid. Okay, so our structure is ready. Now let's talk about search. So let's go with the condition one by one. It must begin with either an underscore or period. Okay, so they're telling it must begin. Okay, so your first character should always be either underscore or dot. So how to write that? So if you guys remember, we have talked about this caret symbol. It means the pattern is going to start with that followed by whatever character you are giving right after the caret symbol. Okay, so since they are giving underscore, so I'll use underscore or dot. So dot is a meta character. So that meta character needs to be converted to literal character. Means it is a special character. It has special meaning. So we have to make it to normal character. Okay, so how to make normal character? We have space escape character, that is backslash followed by dot. Okay, so our first condition is done. Now let's go with the second condition. The first character must be immediately followed by one or more digits in the 0 through 9. Okay, so after this they are telling it must be 0 to 9 any digit, and it could be at least one or more. So let's write 0 to 9 and I'll use plus character. Okay, so plus stands for either at least one should be there, it could be more number of numbers. That's what it is telling, right? The first character must be immediately followed by one or more digits. Okay. Now the next one, after some number of digits. So now some number of digits would have already come here because of plus. There must be 0 or more English letter. Okay, so 0 or more English letter, how you can write? And remember, they are telling uppercase or lowercase. Okay, so here I'll take 0 or more English, right? So small a to small z and capital A to capital Z. Okay, and 0 or more. So we have one character class, that is star. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. First three conditions are satisfied. Okay, we'll validate after running the code. Now, what is the fourth part? This is very important part, and that's where people get stuck. It may be terminated with an optional underscore. It may be terminated. So you may go ahead and write like this. It may be, so maybe underscore will come and may not come. Okay, then there is some problem here. So what they're telling, note if it is not terminated with an underscore, if it is not terminated with an underscore, then there should be no character after the sequence of 0 or English letter. So what they're telling, right after this, there should not be any character. Okay, so this is not going to work. So let's run the test case. Assume that your pattern is ready and you are going to test it. So let's run, see what is happening. So we are getting valid, invalid, valid. And what they are expecting? Valid. So first case is fine, second case is also fine, but third case is valid. But we have to get invalid. Why third case is invalid? Let's talk about this. They are talking about this. Okay, so I'll just write it here so that you guys can see whether we are following the condition or not. So it must start with underscore, which is already there. That's fine. Now next is followed by 0 or 9, 0 to 9 and number of character, right? That is also fine. We are good to go here. Followed by A to Z, either 0 or more occurrences, right? So A to Z is there. So we have capital as well as small. Now, if it is not having underscore, then right after this, there should not be any, see what they're telling? There should not be any character after the 0 or more English letter. Okay, since underscore is not there, then why this 0 is coming? This is something which is, failing the test case. And this is what you have to understand. So to handle this kind of situation, right, we have something called positive look ahead. Let me talk about this in detail. So guys, those who are going to learn regular expression or they want to get mastery on that, right, I'll suggest one site called regex. Okay, regex101.com. This is one of the best site to become master in regular expression by trying in any language. Okay, so I work with Python, so I'll take Python. Here you write any sequence. Okay, and here you can write the pattern. So what pattern cell? It must start. So the good thing about this, right, whenever you start writing a pattern, it will keep highlighting it, and that's where you'll get to know whether it is right or wrong. Okay, and on the right side pane window, it will show a couple of more details. So it must start with underscore or dot. See there, it is highlighting, right? So let me take one more example. There could be dot also, right? So that you can understand like how the test case is passing. So underscore is also there in first test case or first username. In the second username, we have dot also, that is fine. It should be followed by 0 to 9 number, and it could be n number. So up to here, it is fine. You see here, both are getting highlighted. So my pattern is matching, followed by any small letter, A to Z and capital A to Z. And it could be star. Okay, maybe 0 or more occurrences. So we do have. So let me write one more test case where I don't have. This is also fine. Okay, 0 or more occurrences. And this must end with underscore. So I'll just write dollar. So dollar is used for whatever character is there before dollar, means it must end with that particular character. So do we have that? No. Let me write one more test case. ABCD underscore. See here, this is the only test case which is matching. But what about this test case? This is also valid, right? Why it is not matching? And that's where your hacker rank is failing the test case. Okay, so there could be some test case where we have couple of conditions becoming true, but what they're telling, there should not be any character if it is not matching with underscore. Okay, so what to do, we have to look ahead after this, but these many 0 to more occurrences of English letter, which is capital small, we have to look at whether it is ending with underscore or not. If it is not ending, then there should not be any character. Okay, so now let me talk about look ahead. So this part you got it. So if you don't get, then please rewind it and pause this. I'm going to talk about look ahead. So for look ahead, I'll take one simple example. Let's say I want to find this word, which is foo, F-O-O, and this foo should recognize only when it is ending with bar. Okay, so how to write that look ahead? So I can write pattern like foo. So we have one symbol called question mark equal to, means positive look ahead if it is ending with bar. You write the pattern here. Okay, so it means after foo I should have bar. So it is not going to search, or maybe it is not going to consume that bar word, but it is going to look whether bar is present or not right after foo. If it is not present, it is not going to search. So see here, I've given this condition. Bar is there, that's why foo is highlighted. Okay, if bar is not there, will it highlight? See here, I'm searching for foo. Here also we have foo, right? Why it is not highlighting? Why? Because it is not ending with bar. So that kind of condition we can put. Okay, this is known as positive look ahead. Let me take some more example. Foo, let's say B-A-Z. See here, it is not ending. Okay, so this is the only test case where this condition is satisfied. Let's say you want to make it a little more complex. So I want to make sure that foo is getting recognized only when bar is there or bars is also there. Okay, so in this case, what you can write, B-A-Z. Exact pattern needs to be written. You cannot use character class and all. So write exact word. You see here now, foo is also recognized, foo bar and foo bars. Correct. So this is what is positive look ahead. Similarly, we have negative look ahead. So let's say you are going to search something, and before that, if something is present, then only that particular character should be recognized. So let me take same example, but you can understand. So now I want to recognize bar only when before bar foo is present. So we can have something called negative look ahead. Sorry, not look ahead, positive look behind. Okay, so for that we have this angle bracket, means go back and take a look, equal to foo. You see here, foo bar. Let's say we have phi bar. No, so bar is present, but before that foo is not present. That's why it is not finding. Okay, so that is what is our negative look ahead. So guys, remember, sorry, not negative, it is a look behind, positive look behind. So you are finding the right word but looking behind. Okay, and earlier we were finding the right word by looking ahead. Okay, so we do have negative look ahead as well as negative look behind. So we just have to mention not equal to sign. Okay, so what I can do now, let's take another example, foo bar. Okay, so I'm going to search bar, foo using negative look behind. Okay, negative look ahead, not equal to bar. Okay, see here, I want to search foo only when there is no bar present right after the foo. Let's take another test case, foo vz. See here, so now I have negated it. Bar should not be present. Okay, then only foo should be recognized. See here, bars, this is not bar, this is bar, right? That's why we are negating it and just finding the word. Okay, so this is about your negative look ahead. Now let me take same example and change it. So now we'll take negative look behind. So I'll search bar, but before that I want to make sure that question mark this not equal to foo. So I would like to search bar only when foo is not present behind. Okay, see here. So this particular test case is not recognizing any bar. Why? Because foo is present and I don't want to see foo right before the bar, right? But before bar anything is present, go ahead and recognize that word. Okay, so now you know what is positive look ahead, negative look ahead, positive look behind, negative look behind. This is the concept I wanted to show you guys. That's why I have taken this problem. So what we have to do now, just another change we need to do, positive look ahead. Okay, question mark equal to, now here we are going to put two conditions using grouping. It may be present, it may not be present, right? So means null character, or it is ending with underscore. Okay, that's all you need to put. So before bar we don't have anything, before or character we don't have anything, means that's what they are telling, right? If it is not terminated, means it is not terminated, we should not have any character after this. So up to here only it will match. Okay, so let's run the test case and see it is working or not. Okay, so valid, invalid, invalid, yeah, all are fine. Now let's go ahead and run the complete test case. Basically submit the code. Wow, all the test cases have been passed. Okay, so if you want to lose some echoes, lose it and see the test case, what kind of input they are testing. Okay guys, so that's all about this particular problem. And this was very interesting problem because of this particular concept, positive look ahead, negative look ahead. And that was the reason I took this problem and showed you guys. So I hope you understood the problem statement and you have understood new concept about regular expression. Okay. So thank you guys, and please watch it again, and just practice in the regex101.com, and you can write whole bunch of text and just keep writing the pattern and just see whether it is recognizing or not. In the right side you see it will explain also. Okay, so you will understand very well, and this is one of the best site to get mastery on regular expression. Keep trying. Okay guys, that's all from my side. Thank you so much. Bye bye.